Hi.
Hola.
Hi, hier ist Mr. Döse.
This is Michael Bradley.
Hey, I'm Memphis.
Hey.
Hola. Hello.
I'm here with soccer.com.
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 And I'm talking with my friends soccer.com.
See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the brand new limited edition Adidas Copa SL. Now, as you guys can see, it does come in a special, pretty fancy box. It is matte black all the way around, aside from the side window that's actually clear. And then it has a little triangle graphic that you're going to find on the heel of the sprint frame, taken from the A16. You can see on the top, it does actually have Copa SL embossed with more of a shiny finish to it. Basically, how you open it, it's magnetic on the one side. So you would pull this tab from the bottom and the entire lid lifts over top. Inside the box, they do include a couple of extras. The first is this little hang tag here. So the one side, it is obviously just the Adidas logo. And on the opposite side, you can see it says April 2016 limited collection. And then each pair is individually numbered. They made 1,982 total pairs, 1982 representing the first year the Copa Mundial came out, or the year that the Copa came out. And I have pair number 1,508 of 1982. So it is cool that they are individually numbered. And then of course they include what is more of a dust bag as opposed to a string bag. It's a dust bag mainly because it doesn't actually have strings, so you can wear it like a backpack. It's pretty much completely blank, solid black, just aside from this little Adidas, tag that hangs off the edge. Then you do have some red strings at the top, so you can pull the bag closed if you want to, with the shoes inside. And then of course, inside the box, they do include the shoes with these kind of elasticated red strings that are supposed to hold in place, but as you guys can see, there's a lot of extra slack, so it doesn't do that particularly effectively. So we'll get these shoes out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at what is a really interesting idea from Adidas that I kind of have some mixed opinions on, just based on the overall execution that of course we're going to be talking about in this video. But essentially what this is a tribute to the Copa Mundial, which is a classic. I have them right here. It is probably the single most recognizable soccer cleat / football boot in the world. Everyone knows what this is. Everyone's seen them before. It's been around since 1982 and is still in production. So obviously a shoe that Adidas wants to pay tribute to. So with the Copa SL, it has a similar look, of course. Not really any of the same elements aside from the fold over flap tongue, but it's a really interesting idea, and if you're a fan of the Adidas brand, if you're a fan of the Copa Mundial and you have an extra $250, given that this is a limited edition release, this may be something that you want to add to your collection, or perhaps maybe even wear, given the features that it actually has that we're going to be going over in this video. So in the video, we're going to talk tech specs, we're going to take a look at the weight of the shoe, we're going to compare them to the standard Copa Mundial in general. We're also going to take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you are interested in learning more about the Copa SL, please stick around and watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair for yourself, check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $250 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's talk tech specs and performance. Now this is the Copa SL. It does look a lot like the regular Copa Mundial, to a certain extent, I suppose. The core of the design, you can see the inspiration, I guess is the best way to put it. With that being said, these are such different shoes, it's not even funny. I know there are going to be people down below in the comment section asking what's better, the regular Copa Mundial or the Copa SL. And like I said, you pretty much can't compare the two. They are nothing alike. If you're interested in this shoe, you're probably not interested in the Copa, and if you're interested in the Copa Mundial, you're probably not interested in the Copa SL unless you're a collector, because like I said, in terms of fit, feel, and just general performance, there's nothing to compare between these two shoes, which is part of the issue that I have with the whole Copa SL thing. I think this is something that's kind of been a long time coming for the Adidas brand. Obviously, the Copa is an extremely iconic shoe. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows what it looks like. So it's unsurprising to me that they would pay tribute in a modernized limited edition variation. With that being said, there are two things that I personally would have done to really make this that much cooler as far as kind of a modern remake is concerned. I have no issues at all with the sole plate. I think that taking the sprint frame and stud pattern from the current A16 top end models, no issues with that. I think that is kind of a given for any kind of modern remake of an old shoe. The upper though, it's full synthetic, the Copa SL, and it's a leather-like synthetic. That's what they describe it as. It, to me, feels almost identical to the synthetic that we had on the 2014 F50 Adizero, maybe just a touch more padded. But for me, if you're going to pay tribute to the Copa Mundial in modern form, and I understand this is a modern remake, so it's not necessarily something they had to do, but I think a lot of people, especially fans of the Copa Mundial, would have hoped for the upper to be leather on this particular shoe, more specifically kangaroo leather. I think that if they took this base and put the standard Copa Mundial upper on the shoe, people would have been a lot happier, including myself. I think that would have been a lot cooler than the final product ended up being. The second thing that I think would have made this a lot cooler is actually where the shoe is made. This shoe, the Copa SL, is made in China, whereas the Copa Mundial, part of the appeal of the shoe, part of the reason why it is such high quality, is the shoes are still made in Germany as they were in 1982. So if this limited edition re-release was also made in Germany, in my opinion at least, feel free to share your thoughts down below in the comment section, it would have made the shoe that much more special. But with all that out of the way, like I said, it is a synthetic upper. They say it's leather-like, not really. It's a thinner synthetic with a slightly padded sensation to it. Completely one piece, as you guys can see. And then within the actual synthetic itself, you can see that they implemented little design elements that obviously are inspired by the regular Copa. You can see they put these little lines here that mimic the stitching on the actual thing. They have the Adidas stripes here with the zigzag edges, again, like you would find on an actual Copa. It says Copa SL right there in black, where you would actually find the Copa Mundial branding going down the back of the shoe. It does have the little white tab and of course the Adidas branding. Not sure why they went with red here as opposed to black. Maybe the original ones were red. I'm not 100% sure on that. If you know, I guess correct me down below in the comment section, or just let me know in general. And then here on the medial side, again, just kind of the same thing you see on the lateral side as far as design is concerned. Laces run down the middle, of course, and then of course it does have the fold over flap tongue. That obviously isn't the same thing on the Copa Mundial, the regular pair. You can kind of wear them however you want. I personally cut the tongue off and just get rid of it completely. Some people wear it up, some people wear it down. It's kind of the beauty of this fold over flap tongue that's kind of become an obsolete thing in modern soccer shoes. It's just an unnecessary piece of material, but it's part of what makes a Copa Mundial a Copa Mundial. So obviously they did include it on the SL variation. The tongue is of course synthetic, and it has kind of these memory foam inserts running through the middle, which actually feels quite nice. And then the tongue itself, the very top is kind of like a suede. It's probably a synthetic suede material. Then you of course have the Adidas logo right there with the red outlining it, kind of like the tag you would find on a regular Copa, as you guys can see. Moving on to the inside, it is made from a synthetic suede material as far as the liner is concerned, which is again kind of unlike a Copa Mundial, which features a synthetic leather material. The insole, fully removable. It's a synthetic suede again. You have Copa SL embossed at the heel, which is kind of a cool little detail. And it has perforations basically from the toe into the midfoot. It's the same insole you would find on an A16 top end model. And then of course, it's just a single layer of foam, so no real variation there. And then of course the sole plate and stud pattern. It's the sprint frame again, taken from the top end Ace models that are currently available. Same exact stud pattern. It's what gives the shoe its lightweight feel, which like I said, I have no problems with them making a lightweight variation of the Copa Mundial. I do have a problem with the fact that there really isn't anything about this shoe aside from how it looks that is a Copa Mundial. So let me know your thoughts on this shoe down below in the comment section. Do you wish they would have made something a little bit closer to an actual Copa as far as the upper is concerned? I would have really liked to have seen leather. And like I mentioned as well, I think it would have been cool if these shoes were made in Germany like the real thing too. But again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section as far as this being a viable performance option should you choose to buy a pair of these just to have something different to actually wear. They're very, very wearable. This is more or less a remake of the 2014 F50 Adizero with a little bit of a softer upper that obviously doesn't have the transition of materials, and then the fold over flap tongue, which not everybody might like. Not everybody might not like the actual look of the shoe, but if you are a fan of older F50 Adizero models, while this doesn't have the same look, it will have a somewhat similar feel. As far as weight is concerned, I thought it'd be fun to compare the Copa SL to the regular Copa Mundial just to see what the difference actually is. Obviously, the Copa SL is going to be a lot lighter. The SL in the name stands for super light after all. So using the scale, weighing them both in real time, we're going to see what the difference actually is. Now keep in mind these are both in brand new condition and technically the same size. The Copa SL is a 9 US, the Copa Mundial is an 8 US. It has particularly unique sizing, but the actual fit of both of these two shoes is the same, so it's actually a very fair comparison. So I'll start off with the regular Copa Mundial, throw them on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 10.7 ounces, not particularly lightweight by today's standards, the equivalent of 303 grams. So remember those numbers, change the scale back to ounces, pull these off, and we'll throw on the Copa SL, and you can see that they weigh in at 6.8 ounces, the equivalent of 192 grams. So significantly lighter than the regular Copa Mundial. But again, that is to be expected. This shoe is basically straight out of 1982. The Copa SL is a brand new shoe made in 2016. So it definitely does have a little bit of an advantage in the weight department. But again, it's a tribute shoe. I wish they would have made some changes that would have made this more like an actual Copa, even if it meant making the shoe a little bit lighter. I understand the Copa SL super light concept. They wanted to make the shoe lighter, but they could have achieved that with a leather upper and actually had a shoe that weighed in pretty similarly to this. So that's pretty much it as far as weight. Copa SL is lighter, no surprise there. And next we're going to move on to the on-feet portion of the video so we can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and of course what the sizing is like. Alright, so here is a look at the Copa SLs on feet. On my left foot I have the stock black laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot I have a pair of black reflective SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. You can find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, I'll say right off the bat, they feel absolutely nothing like a pair of actual Copa Mundials. There's nothing similar about them whatsoever. So if you're trying to compare the two, just don't, because like I said, there's nothing to compare. They're completely different shoes in every single way. So how they feel on feet is actually pretty good though. It's a Copa SL. Obviously it does have that synthetic upper. The synthetic they use though is very, very soft. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of what we got on the 2014 F50 Adizero. But a little bit thicker, a little bit more padded. And again, they feel really, really good out of the box. And I suspect will only get a little bit softer after a few hours of break-in time. And given the actual feeling of the synthetic as well, it seems like they're going to give a little bit as far as stretching is concerned. So if you do need them to stretch a little bit, they likely will give after, again, a few hours of wear time. Width-wise, it's got a snug fit overall, but they're certainly not narrow by any means. It has a nice deep lacing system, so you have a good amount of adjustability. Once your foot is actually inside the shoe, you can get them nice and tight. And as far as width goes, as long as you don't have extremely wide feet, these will be suitable for most people. As far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Alright guys, that is it for my review of the Adidas Copa SL. If you guys are interested in more info on this shoe, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find the high quality images of this exact pair that I took myself. That'll give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person. And of course, you'll also find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $250 retail price as long as they're still available, because keep in mind, this is a limited edition release. Each of them are individually numbered. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding the Copa SL, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.